What's up, y'all? Just out here getting a run in, and I was just thinking about stuff and just wanted to take a little bit of a moment to get with you guys and talk about some stuff. Numbers are down this month. Like, that's just the bottom line. Greenville has kind of switched places with us this month. We did close to 100 out in Little Rock last month, and they were kind of off their numbers, and this month they're on track to probably hit 100-ish, and we fell off. We did 30 the last week of March, and then kind of 30 ish, kind of maybe even more, like 33 split over the last few days of March and into the first few days of April. I mean, we killed it. You guys killed it. I mean, not we, like I didn't sell anything. So you guys killed it. And then we've gone down to like 11, 12. I don't know what we've done this week. What you guys have done this week. I'm going to keep saying we, because you guys are always going to be my fan. Like, Little Rock's always going to be mine. There's no way around it. It's always going to be where my heart is. So, I don't think it's been that great this week either. There's been a few posted in the chat, but unless they're just not getting posted, there's been some drop off there too. And, I don't know what maybe got inside y'all's head, or if people have just been busy, or, maybe setting the goal for 150 and that being a number that we've like never done before. I don't know, maybe that's psyched everybody out, or maybe some of the transition between Kirby and Sean and figuring out fast start and getting in there for that, and how is it kind of going to work a little differently, and whose role is what. I don't know. But first of all, let's say this. Let's not think that the transition between Kirby and Sean was any lack of faith in the branch or lack in the ability to do a job. Different people have different strengths, different backgrounds and experiences. Sean has obviously done extremely well, and he's figured out techniques to get past the door and get on roofs. He's figured out techniques to generate referrals and leverage his network. And some of you are doing that as well, like absolutely are doing that. But maybe there's something that we can pick up from what he's learned in the extra few months of experience that he's got, and the things that we focused on in the early days of the branch when it came to supplementing and understanding the construction process, and just some of all those pieces that as I get farther from that branch manager role, it's hard for me to sit down and do. And so hopefully that gradually turns out to be a positive thing. Anytime there's a change in leadership in any organization, there's a break-even point. And until you reach that break-even point, there's always a dip. Like, it's just a principle. Like, you're going up, you change roles, there's going to be some dip. You don't go all the way back to the bottom, but you come down some. And then people start to learn their new roles, and you start to climb back up. You hit the point you were at, and then you start to go past it if the right people are in the right place. Like, that's just a given. That's how it's always going to work. And, maybe that's the spot we're in right now. Maybe that's just kind of what the last few weeks have been. But I just want to encourage you guys, like, the damage is out there. We found it. We signed 30 in a week. We signed 29 in a week. We've had plenty of weeks where we've done 20, 25, whatever. The damage is there. You know where the damage is at. You know where the swath is at. There are literally 17,000 houses in that swath. And I think it's human nature that we go get on 10 or 15, or maybe we sell ourselves 20, or we say, hell, I knocked, 100 doors today, or I knocked 50 doors today. Well, and if we were really using the app, it'd be like you knocked like 35 doors, or 40 doors. And it feels like you knocked 100, but you knocked nowhere near 100 doors. It's just, we exaggerate things, right? In our heads, it seems like, damn, I've been walking down this whole street, and I walked that street over there. I bet I've done 100 doors today. You did like 30, you did 40 or 50, whatever. But you didn't do what you thought you did, and you didn't stay in it quite as long as you thought you did. And maybe you did. If you're using the Canvassing app and you can show me that you've knocked 400 or 500 doors this week, you're knocking 100 doors a day, and you're just having trouble selling roofs, then we need to work on some training, or maybe we need to pick another spot if there's just no damage. But in 17,000 houses, and I think G said that Kanga built 22 last week, or a couple weeks ago, 22 in a week. I mean, really, that's what we could get to as well. Like, if we're selling 20 or 30 in 1 week, that ought to pull through to almost 15 or 20 getting built a few weeks later, even with some loss. So when it comes down to just like raw sales, We're doing what Kanga's doing. We're doing what the largest players in the organization or in the city, in the region are doing. We're there. And it only took us 6 months. But you guys still got to believe that we're there, and you got to get out, and you got to get in those areas with damage, and you got to stay in it. Stop running around trying to track it down. When you get one, if you haven't talked to every single homeowner within a mile of that house, then you're not done with that area. You got to stay in it. If you get 2 or 3 or 4 approved, and the next 3 or 4 just got missed, or they were turned the wrong way, or there was a tree masking them or whatever, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden the damage is not in that area. You got to get back in there, and you got to grind, and you got to keep finding the houses. To hit 30 a week, we only need each of you to sell like 2 in a week, which means you can hit goose eggs 4 other days a week. Maybe 3 other days if you want to work, depending on how many days a week you want to work, right? If you don't want to work 6 days a week, you take Sunday, Monday off, that's fine. All right. But there's plenty of opportunity for everybody on this team to get 2 a week. All right. And that's our 30 right there. 30, 60, 90, 120 a month. That'd be better than we've ever done yet. So maybe 150 was quite the stretch. That was definitely a challenging goal. If I'm going to spend $6,000 or $7,000 on a golden tee, and then a Blackstone or grill or whatever you said we were going to get to do cookouts, you got to hit a pretty large goal. It's got to be pretty substantial. It's got to be something we hadn't done before, if the company's going to do something we hadn't done before. But my point is, as this drags on into its 7th minute, guys, you can do this. Like, there's no reason that we've run out of damage. There's no reason that we've run out of days. All the roofs haven't been sold. PI and Kanga and Riley Hayes and whatever, they haven't found them all. They're still out there. All right. The weekend is rapidly coming up. All right. It's going to be the last week of the month. It is the last week of the month. We got a few days left. There's still time to put some numbers up. All right. We talked about it in the office today, doing a sales incentive, even though Saturday is technically the 1st of next month. We're talking about doing a sales incentive for anything signed on Saturday. It's either going to be you get 2 extra percentage points on it if you sell at least 3. Then you get 2 extra percentage points on all of those. Or we may do just for every roof you sell this Saturday, you get 1 extra point. All right. So instead of 12%, you get 13. All right. So that's going to be coming. We're going to put that out probably Friday night. You guys got a little heads up that everybody else doesn't have. But anyways, guys, stay motivated. Get out there, okay? Sean's doing some excellent training. I've been hearing about it. If you need more training, if you need feedback on something, if you need a buddy to get out there and get you motivated, go in pairs, knock doors. It's much better or much easier to do it that way, all right? Your buddy's looking at you. You don't want to quit in front of him. He don't want to quit in front of you. You both stay out there until you at least get 1. You both stay out there until you at least get 2 each, whatever it is, all right? They're your goals. You set them at the beginning of the month. I don't think that many of you have hit them yet. All right, we set them at the beginning of the month. It was like something ridiculous. I mean, I said 150. I think you guys all added up. It was like 180 or something ridiculous like that. I mean, it's insane. Maybe we're not going to get to 180. We're not at this point. Like, we're not. But you still have time to reach your individual goal if you get out there and crush it the next few days. But you're the only person that you can blame for not getting there. It's not going to be my fault or Sean's. I'm not going to miss a paycheck. Sean's not going to miss a paycheck. But you're not going to have the money to go do what you want to do. You're not going to have the money to achieve the goals you want to achieve, to give back to your community, to do something nice for your family. And you're just going to know that you didn't get out there and do it. So it's on you to get out there and crush it. You're fully capable. You've got the training you need. You've got the knowledge you need. All of you have sold roofs before. You know how to do it. So I guess as we come to the end of it, what I want to say is, like, I don't want to see weeks where we're only selling 8 or 10 a week. We should be doing better than that. Little Rock should be doing better than that. There should not be any weeks below probably 20, 25 with the size of the team we've got right now. Maybe we don't get to 30 every single week, all right? But we should be in the high teens, low 20s every week. Beyond that, we're just being lazy, all right? And I don't want to hear about rainy days or whatever. Like, there are still things you can do on rainy days. You can rehash old leads. You can get on Facebook. You can go live. You can knock on doors and talk to people about leaks. You can, whatever. You can still get out there and grind on those days. And if you can't, if it's just freaking lightning and thundering, then you get out earlier the next day and you get after it harder. All right. So that's what I got for you. I love you guys. I know we can do better than we've done the past few weeks. That's just the bottom line. Like, without a doubt, I know that this team can do better than they've done the past few weeks. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. You know, hopefully light a little fire under you, maybe gripe at you a little bit, to be honest. And so, yeah, get out there the rest of this week. All right. It's whatever the hell day it is. It's Tuesday, right? Shit, I don't know. They all run together. Yeah, Tuesday. You got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we'll do a little contest. All right. You got 4 days. Get out there and let's put up some numbers in these next 4 days.